How Robin had met Sir Richard of the Lea. 1 year passed by. The king and the sheriff still could not catch the outlaws in Sherwood Forest. Many men joined Robin Hood. There were about 70 people in the band. And still they robbed the rich and helped the poor. Soon King Henry died, and Richard of the Lion Heart became the new king of England. After some time the new king went to the Holy Land. And Prince John, the king's brother, ruled the country. He was a bad and greedy man. He robbed the poor people without mercy. One morning Robin was walking along the edge of a small valley. The forest was still. Suddenly a deer ran past him very quickly. A moment later an arrow shot at the deer. Robin Hood did not move. He looked around carefully. Soon he saw a young page among the trees. It was Maid Marian. She came back again to the forest. At that moment the deer stood up angrily. Marian could not fight with her small sword against the angry deer. The deer rushed at her quickly. Robin shot his fast arrow at the angry animal. The deer fell down next to the fainting Marian. Robin picked her up in his strong arms. A minute later Maid Marian opened her eyes. She smiled at Robin joyfully. "Oh, Robin, it is you. You saved my life," said Marian. Then they walked to the camp. Marian told Robin about greedy Prince John and how he robbed her father's lands. Robin listened to her very attentively. He was angry with Prince John. So that is how Maid Marian came back to Sherwood Forest and began to live with the outlaws. But there was another occurrence that day. Little John and Will Scannet met a tall knight on the road and decided to rob him. Little John went up to the knight and asked him to stay still. "My master Robin Hood wants to have dinner with you today," said Little John. "I will go with you, my friends," said the knight. Soon Little John, Will Scarlet and the knight came to the camp. "Welcome, Sir Knight. You came at a good time." "We prepared our dinner," said Robin. "May God save you and your men, Robin Hood." "I am glad to eat with you," said the knight. The knight sat down with Robin and his men. They started to eat joyfully. After dinner the knight thanked Robin for the good food. But his thank you was not enough for Robin Hood. "You have to pay for this dinner," said Robin. "I have no money, Master Robin. Only 10 silver pennies." "That is all," said the knight. "I see that your clothes are old. Once I saw you at the tournament in London." "Tell me, what happened to you?" said Robin. "Yes, I saw you at the tournament, too. My name is Sir Richard of the Lea. I lived in a castle. I was rich. But now one have no money. I have only my wife and son," answered the knight. "How did you lose your money?" asked Robin. "My son is 20 years old. He is a good bowman. But once he shot a knight at a tournament accidentally. And I had to sell my lands to save my boy. I borrowed 400 pounds from the Bishop of Hereford. And now I must pay my debt quickly," answered the knight. Robin turned to Marian and said a word in her ear. After that she talked to Little John and Will Scarlet quietly. Then Little John talked with the other outlaws and went away. Soon he came back with a bag of gold. "Take these 400 pounds from us, and pay your debt to the bishop," said Robin. There were tears in Sir Richard's eyes. He thanked Robin Hood and his men. The knight was not sad anymore. The next morning he mounted his horse and thanked Robin again. "We shall wait for you within the year. And then you will repay us our money," said Robin. "I shall repay your money, my friends." The knight rode to Nottingham very joyfully. How the sheriff held another tournament. The sheriff could not catch Robin Hood and his men at all. He decided to go to London town and tell Prince John Abu his troubles. Prince John listened to them with scorn. "And what can I do with all this? You are the sheriff of Nottingham. Go away and think about how you can catch them," said Prince John. So the sheriff went back to Nottingham and started to think of a plan. He was very sad and angry. His daughter tried to help him. "We can hold another archery tournament. We will promise amnesty and all the bowmen will shoot freely." and Robin Hood will come with his men again." "I am sure of that," said the sheriff's daughter. The sheriff agreed. It was a perfect plan. Soon everybody knew of the coming tournament. A golden arrow was ready for the winner. News of this came to Robin Hood quickly. "Get ready for the tournament, my men," said Robin. "John." "Master, do not leave the forest." "It is a trap," said Little. "I am not afraid. I will try my skill at this tournament. The sheriff will not catch us. We will dress differently. One shoe wear white, another red. One yellow, another blue." "We will go there," said Robin. His men supported his idea. Maid Marian and Friar Tuck prepared colored costumes for them. Soon the day of the tournament came. Robin and his men went to Nottingham with brave hearts. The sheriff's men looked around the whole time to find some bowmen in green, but with no luck. The messenger blew the trumpet and the tournament began. 4 men looked at the gates attentively. They were Little John, Will Stutely, Will Scarlet, and Alanadale. The first round finished. The sheriff was sorry that the outlaws were not at the tournament. The shooting went on, and Robin and his men shot very well. One screamed, "Blue jacket," another brown, and the third red. The man in red was Robin Hood. The second and the third rounds finished quickly. During all these rounds, Robin and his bowmen did not talk to each other. And Robin won the tournament. He was very glad. The sheriff set his men to catch the winner in red. At that moment the sheriff felt a strong blow to his head. He recognized Little John next to him. A minute later the fight became larger. The outlaws were trying to run through the gates, but the fight still went on. The sheriff's men fought quite well. Suddenly Little John fell down with a scream. An arrow shot at his knee. Robin took him on his back and ran quickly through the gates. Soon Robin and his men were back in their camp. Robin was very sad. Will Stutely and Maid Marian were missing. He felt some danger in his heart. Robin's men said nothing. They sat silently by the fire with their master. That evening the sheriff was very happy. He caught Will Stutely and wanted to hang him as soon as possible. He was talking of his success. At that moment a fast arrow flew through a window and fell on his plate. It was the golden arrow with a little note which said, "This note is from one who will not take a gift from liars, and who will show no mercy. Be careful. R.H."